say hello to the next UN Secretary General, António Guterres, former Prime Minister of Portugal, the 114th Prime Minister, in fact, of Portugal, and, oh my god, what is this? President of the Socialist International. That's right, global socialism, the next head of the UN. These socialists have infected and infested every globalist institution. When will you people realise? And those of you that do realise that, then I hope you also realise what socialism is to communism. And how it relates to this new world, One World Socialist Government that they're trying to implement. Faster every day. So you just look at this guy, obviously, Socialist Party, Roman Catholic, that's a laugh. He's as Roman and Catholic as any politician that is a socialist. They all claim to be religious. None of them are religious. They're liars. They are liars. Work as High Commissioner for Refugees, because currently, I believe, he is, well, you can see right there, he's the High Commissioner for Refugees in the UN General Assembly. So you know what that means. Oh, look what fine crisis or crisi his reign has overseen. You're all about to see in the next 3 to 5 years exactly what the UN is and what it is designed to be and what it is being fine-tuned to be. And those of you within the European Union will probably see it a lot faster than other people. The UN's been hiring from the European Union for quite some years now people that were in charge of the almost subliminal stripping of sovereignty and individual liberties from the people of Europe in favour of this giant federal power block that has its merits if it were to be a serious political force that promoted freedom, individual liberties, the right to bear arms, but it doesn't at all. It strives to be what America is hurtling towards, rather than where it came from. And that's why the British people, of course, voted out. And we'll see how that goes. So just look down, it's all the obvious, all the usual stuff. Friends of Europe, of course he is. He's on the Friends of Europe, the European Council on Foreign Relations. Just all these horrific orders and institutions that are for nothing but globalism. This guy is just another insider, not to be trusted by anybody, and his administration will attempt to bring about the beginning of, at least, because what you've all got to understand, and I've said it a few times now, we're already living under a global government. We already live under their rule. It's organised behind the doors, globally, together. They agree on certain things. Now, not every single country partakes, but every single country is affected and, in effect, under the gun. There are various arguments whether or not Russia is part of this and whether they're just playing the sort of opposition. But even if they are, you've got to understand, they're not in a good position. You've got Europe, the United States, and many other areas of the world. All that economic and military power to compete with. And that's just the things that we know about. So, yes, there might be opposition, but you've got to understand that we're already living in a world where even the largest of opposition to this type of thing have to communicate, have to coordinate, and deal with this monster, this octopus. And basically, all this will be with this António Guterres, and his administration will be what they're doing right now anyway. They're bringing it into the light, so they don't have to basically run around in the shadows anymore. They can turn the General Assembly into the Parliament of the world. They can dictate and decree global taxes, have a global military. And what's that you're asking? Well, why would we have a global military? I mean, other than, an Independence Day situation. What good would the global military serve? What good would the global military serve indeed? Think about it. It's obvious what it would be used for. So, one way or another, it's hard to tell I mean, you read about history and stuff like that, things can happen, incredible amounts of things can happen in 2 to 3, 4 years. Or they can take 40 to 50 years. All I know is that we're in it now, and we're deep in it, and now we've just got to ride it out. And try to just, your best tool is all this stuff it's the thing they fear the most, and it sounds stupid, is things like Pepe the Frog, where you can just put truth in this. I don't know, there's something about humour and jokes, just satire, that really is sort of impenetrable. If you attack it, you look stupid and strange. And that is exactly what they are. And their entire control system relies on trying to seem human, when in fact, they are just Patrick Bateman psychopaths who murder people, molest and kill children, and basically hold the world hostage in some sort of grand financial government of the world. So look out for this guy and the incoming or already here New World Order.